The next step you will need to complete in your event planning journey is the event form. All events, regardless of whether or not they need funding, will need to have an event form completed. For non-funded events, we require that you have your event form approved a minimum of 2 weeks prior to your event. Funded events will have different timelines, and that will be discussed in more detail during the next video. When you are logged into your Pioneer Life page, you will click on the icon on the right-hand side for your organization and a menu will pop up. To create an event form, you will click on the Event tab in this menu. Once you click on the Event button in the menu, it will bring you to the page where you can manage your events. On this landing page, it will show all of the events that have been submitted by your organization. If you need to edit or cancel an event, once it has been submitted, this is where you can do it. In order to create a new event, you will click on the blue button on the top right-hand part of the page. This will take you to the event request page. The first part of the event form is where you will add the details and basic information for your event. Anything with a little star next to it must be filled out. Please put the same title you used for your 25 live room request as your event title here. You will choose a theme from the drop-down menu that best fits your event. You will need to add a description of what your event is. This description will show when a person clicks on your event, so make sure it really embodies what you are trying to do at your event. The next box on this part of the page will be where you can add any co-sponsoring organizations. You will just start typing the name of the other group or groups that you are working with, and the name should pop up. If you are not co-sponsoring, this area can be skipped over. On this part of the page, you will select the date and time of your event. You will also add your event's location. If your event is being held in person, you will click on the blue button that says Location. You will type in the name of the space, which must have been approved prior to creating this form, and you can either add a map for this event or turn that part off when you select your location. If you are hosting an online event, you will select the Online Location button. When you do that, a space will show up where you can add your Zoom link and/or instructions for your event. The next part is how visible your event will be on the page. Where it says Show To, there is a drop-down menu, and it will be defaulted to public. If you leave it on public, this means that anyone who looks on the Pioneer Life page, whether logged in or not, will see your event. If you only want the WP community to be able to see your event, scroll down to the option that says Students and Staff at William Paterson University. You will not use either of the other two options in the drop-down menu, as they will not show your event properly. You do not need to fill anything out for the rest of this section, but if you want credit for your event to show up on your student's engagement portfolio, then you can click that box. You can also assign categories and perks to your event. There are 3 perks available: free food, free stuff, and credit. Credit means that any student who attends this event will get badge credit. This option needs to be cleared with the CASEL office, as we have to connect your event to the badges on the back end of the system. This part of the event form is where you can add a flyer or a picture for your event. Please read the instructions on the right-hand side, and it will tell you what files and sizes can be used. You will also be able to crop the flyer or image once it is uploaded. If you do not have or do not want to use a flyer or image, you can continue past this section without it. On this part of the page, you will go through the additional information for your event. Please click any box that applies and it will take you to the forms you need to fill out. If you are doing a trip or a fundraiser, this is where you would need to go to access those pages. Note that different events require different forms. Please consult the university policies for further details. Once you have filled out all the details and all the forms necessary, you will be taken to a page where you can review your event submission. If you want to recheck what you filled out or correct something, you can do it here. Otherwise, you will click Submit and the form will go into the queue to be approved by the CASEL staff members. It is helpful to notify a CASEL staff member that you have submitted the form to be approved, as we do not automatically get notified. Once your event has been approved, it will show on the events page of Pioneer Life for all users to see. You can even set up an RSVP function on your event. But please do not enable this for trips, as our office will handle sale and distribution of tickets for all off-campus events.